Greetings, fellow members of the Esoteric Order of Gamers. It's time for another battle report between me, Peter, also known as Universal Head, and my old gaming buddy,
Will. Hello.
There he is, and we're playing a game that was requested by quite a few members of the Esoteric Order of Gamers recently when I asked for your request for what battle reports we'd be playing, and here it is, Forbidden Stars. It's a game by Fantasy Flight Games set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe of Games Workshop. Unfortunately out of print now because Fantasy Flight parted ways with Games Workshop on a licensing level. So if you do see a copy of this, grab it because it's a really, really good game. It's based on, some of the systems are based on an old Fantasy Flight game called StarCraft, the board game. And it's a lot of fun, so here it is. We've set up our starting system tiles. Will is playing the shiny Ultramarines. Here they are in all their blueness, and they've taken over this area over here. I am playing the incredibly debonair and cultured and beautiful Eldar. And I start over in this side, and we're about to clash on a galactic level.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, nothing. I think we should just shake hands and decide to share the planets out equally, and then we can just call this a day.
Right, that's a wrap then.
Oh God, I don't have to edit it. I don't have to go to any trouble at all. It was easy, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed this battle report from the Esoteric Order. No.
Galactic peace? No. No, sorry, it's horrible conflict, mass destruction, war and death.
Yay! Let's play!
That's what we're here for.
The linchpin of Forbidden Stars are these order tokens, and we get to play these each turn. And because they're played face down and then resolved from the top down to the bottom, you really have to think ahead quite a bit. We've got a deploy token here, which allows you to come up with create new units and structures. You've got dominate over here, which allows you to reap the benefits of any special tokens that are on the planets you own. Strategize over here allows you to upgrade your combat decks, and also you can upgrade these orders themselves. And then finally we've got advance, which is basically for moving and fighting. So it's the judicious play of these order tokens on the board that gives Forbidden Stars its special character.
Yes, indeed. Requires a lot of planning.
Indeed. So I'm starting off. I'm going to start placing order tokens, and we're on to the first turn. We've got 8 turns in total. And in classic form, I've got tokens on my 3 tiles, and he's got tokens on his 3 tiles, because we just want to build up some units and stuff first, don't we?
Yes, it's too early to start launching out into the galaxy.
It is. So I'm going to turn over my first one here, and it's Dominate. I'm going to dominate here, and that means I get these tokens here. So I get a cache token and then one of my choice.
Here's a cache token.
Cache token are really good because they mitigate the cost of buying new units. And the other one can be one of my choice, but let me see which one. There's forge tokens, which allow you to reduce command level requirements for building new things, and also let you build very expensive stuff. And then there's reinforcement tokens, which you can use during battle. So I think I'll go the forge. There we go.
Okay. I too am dominating.
Oh, we're both dominated.
So I get one of these, and that's it.
That's it. Right. So they get discarded once they're played. And as you can see, we tunnel down through the little stacks and play the order tokens. Well, I've just realised that, or just discovered that Will's special ability allows him to replace crappy units with really powerful units for free.
No, not for free. I've got to spend 1 material to do it.
Oh, 1 material. That's rather handy.
It is.
The Eldar have the ability to travel via the webway, which allows me to move things around a little bit. But wow, that's a pretty good ability, the Space Marines.
I'm going to do it again over here because I did 2 dominate orders.
Oh, great. Land Raiders already. How powerful is that unit?
It's a 3/4/3.
Dear, oh dear.
Now, I'm assuming that because this is my special ability, I don't have to have 2 cities to be able to do that.
That's a good question. Yes, Will was allowed to have those yummy units, the Land Raiders and Ultramarine ones, for free, even though he doesn't have the command level restriction required.
No, so I can build them due to my special ability without having to have, well, in the case of that, 2 cities on the board.
That seems to be an extremely powerful ability, which is just going to trounce any chance of me winning whatsoever, but let's see how it pans out. Right, it's the end of the turn, and the 2 of us have gathered our material, which is this little green number on the planets that we own, which allows us to build more stuff. And now we also go to our event deck. Now during the game we can actually put order tokens on this event deck, and it allows us to draw more event cards and choose the one we want. But if we don't place any there, we just draw one. And I believe starting with me, I just move the warp storms according to this symbol here. That's it, turn 1. How do you feel, Will?
Better than I did after turn 1 the last time we played this.
Yes, it was really good. We played a game, we started recording it, but Will accidentally left a world untended. I jumped into the gap and then it was all over for the rest of the game.
It was horrible.
So I've discarded all that film.
Horrible.
It'll never be seen. We burnt it on a pyre outside and we've started afresh. Turn 2.
I'm doing a strategize order here. So I'm going to buy an order or a combat upgrade. In this case, I'm going to buy a combat upgrade.
Right, so he goes through his combat
2.
deck. He's got a combat upgrade deck, and you get them. There's 2 cards of each type. You choose the ones that you can buy according to your command level, which is the number of cities you have, by the way. So you can't buy anything above your command level, and also you have to pay for it in material. And then you replace 2 cards from your deck with the new one, so you always have 10 combat cards.
Yeah,
so it's a little bit of deck building. You make your deck a little bit stronger as you upgrade it. Now the military build-up continues. I've brought in a grav tank. I can buy that now because I had a forge token, so it's actually above the command level that I can afford, but the forge token helped me build it. I also put a bastion on this planet, so no threat from the Ultramarines yet, but just building up the frontier. Will is building units over there now. Everybody's just this is quite a fun part of the game. It's just this cagey build-up of units on either side, pretending that we're just not doing anything. La 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 la.
It's just 1933 onwards, really, isn't it?
Yes. So that's the end of round 2. We've just moved warp storms, and unfortunately I had to cut Will's empire in half.
You can hear the regret and sorrow in his voice there, can't you?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Oh, terrible. It hurt. Physically, mentally, and most importantly, emotionally.
Emotionally, you're scarred.
Yeah. But yeah, things are going well. Turn 2, we're just building up our units quietly. I've upgraded one of my orders, so my deploy order now I can actually have 2 different types of structures on planet. Usually you can only have one type of structure. So that's a nice card for the Elder. Have you got any upgrades? Order upgrades?
No, not order upgrades yet.
No. Oh, but you did upgrade your combat deck,
Yes,
didn't
I
you?
did.
Yes. So, here we go, folks. Turn 3. What will happen? I'm first player. Anything might happen. I'll probably win. Let's watch. One of the fun, in inverted commas, aspects of this game is that it's so hard to remember everything because... and also remember the right order to do your orders in and stuff like that, and to make sure that you have enough material.
Reserve enough material.
Yeah.
For example, just then I played a build order, and I built this guy, and then I played a dominate order, and what I actually meant to do was build a city here and then use a dominate order to upgrade him, but I'd spend it all over here somewhere doing some other cockamamie scheme.
And I did the same over here. I did building there, and then here I revealed a strategized thing, but of course I had no points left to actually do any upgrading, so that just ended up going over on my event deck to give myself a little bit more of an option. Phew! But the event deck isn't bad. We forget the event deck. There's some nice things in there, and when you do have a token on it, you can actually use the ability of the event.
I feel like I need a little notepad to write down what my strategy is at the start of each turn, so I don't stuff it up halfway through.
Yes, that's true. Here we are at the start of turn 4.
Some serious military fortifications have gone up. Yep. Everyone's playing very defensively.
Lots of bastions on our front lines. Who's going to be the first person to
crack?
Orders have been placed for turn 4.
So I've got dominate. So I get one of these.
Dominate.
And I'm going to use my special ability to replace the scout with the Space Marine.
Oh, God.
At the cost of 1.
That is such a devastating ability.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Right, mine. I'm going to dominate as well. 2 counters. I think I'll get 2 cache counters because it allows me to buy more stuff.
Once again, you can't use your special ability.
Once again, I can't use my special ability. It's just very annoying, but this is the only place that's worth dominating because it's got decent counters. So, because I don't want to fly anyone there, it might be useful later in the game when I have to pull all my forces back to defend my homeworld.
Yes, I'm sure it'll be very handy then. Why did you build the webway? Oh, so we could fall back faster.
Yes. So,
okay, I'm going to dominate here. And that gets me a thing of my choice, so I'm going to take a reinforcement token. And I'm going to spend 1 material to upgrade one of these guys to a tank.
I've got a factory there so I can build stuff. And I've got 2 cities, so up to level 2. I think it's time for some falcons. They cost 4 usually, but I just have to spend 2 and chuck one of my cache counters, and I've got myself a nice little tank. And I'm going to place that there. And let me see. What I really need is another bastion. Just to stop any
Here they are.
Yes,
Huge pile of them.
Stop any thoughts of aerial bombardments. But they cost 2. That's not so bad.
Yeah, they're cheap.
Let's buy another one.
Steel and concrete.
Because I have my special ability that allows me to play. Oh no, I can't place one there because I've already placed 2.
I can only have 1 bastion in a system. Oh no, you've got 2 on.
I've got 2 on there.
Ah, you fool!
Oh well. These things happen. Instead, I'll just build another unit. In fact, I'll just spend 2 and a token and build another grav tank.
Oh, he's cashing up big. Okay, now you've maxed out the stacking limit on that.
Yep.
So there's 3 skulls there. That's your stacking limit for that particular world.
That's that. You'll
Okay.
go.
Massive military build up here on the frontier. But it's purely defensive, isn't it?
Oh yes, completely. We're just trying to bring our cultural achievements to other nations.
Yes. Next thing you know, there'll be a border incident, and this will be called the Sudetenland.
Hold the fort. Will's just built a Titan. If there's ever any sign of getting aggressive on your frontier, it's building a Titan.
It's a defensive unit.
Oh, yes. This huge city-sized
Actually, it's bigger than a city.
engine of destruction
Taking scale into
is
account.
purely defensive.
It is. Well, these grav tanks are obviously defensive as well.
Yeah,
All
well,
3 of them.
Well, I don't have legs.
You can fly.
Well, yeah, I can fly. I can skim. But you've got legs. That means you're mobile, which
I
means
go,
you're going to attack.
"Ah!"
Trip into the void. Trip in the void, man.
He's going to come out with a Titan next because, of course, he has some over there.
I have some, but it's a matter of building them. They're level 3. I've only got 2 cities. I don't have any forge tokens, so I just can't afford it anyway. But I will spend. Let's see. It was 3. 1, 2, 3. That takes me down to 2. Build another dude there on the frontier.
Right.
And that's all I'm going to do.
Okay, my last move. I'm going to strategize, and I'm going to build drop pods. Now, this is truly a defensive card.
Yeah. Drop pods. Yeah,
Drop pods.
It's very defensive.
Enemy bastions do not prevent this orbital strike.
Oh, I've just spent a fortune building bastions everywhere.
It gets better. During this orbital strike, you may spend 2 shields to place 1 free space marine on the world. This can start a combat after resolving this orbital strike.
Gee, space marines are pretty powerful.
Yeah, they're aggro
What a surprise.
bastards. What are
You'll
you
go.
doing?
Oh, no, that's my last one. It is strategize. I've
Cost
got
me
2
3.
points left, and I'm going to spend that to get a nasty combat card in my
Okay,
combat
that's
deck.
very
It's going
good.
to take some time. Well, here we are on the start of turn 5, and I've got a funny feeling something's going to happen during this turn. I can just feel it's either this turn or the next turn. Depends who's going to jump the gun and start the aggressive advance and resulting carnage. You know, when someone places that counter in your area that it's on, and there it is. I did the same configuration of auto counters that I've been doing through most of the game, and Will has just placed an ultramarine auto counter in my area of space.
So
How does
I
it
am
feel
the
to be the aggressive one, Will?
Well, it depends on the outcome of the battle, really, doesn't it?
Yes.
Could be my biggest failure and biggest mistake.
And he's done
The
it.
point at which Empire failed.
He's done it at a good time, really, because This world here isn't very well defended at all. This one's okay, but it's got a bastion. But, it's only 1 decent troops and 2 minor troops. He's got a land raider and, oh dear. Oh no, you start seeing these huge figures appearing on the frontier and it's terrifying.
This is when you use your spaceway or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's all very well if you've got units that you can move, but I don't.
So that's a tactic for the Eldar, is to keep a big stock of reinforcements at the back. How many people can you move on that?
Just one from one world to another.
Just one?
Yeah, it's nowhere near as good as your ability.
No, it's not really.
Well,
suddenly the skies are looking very crowded.
Yes.
Got another monster battle cruiser over here.
When you're being attacked on one front, open another front. But I also took the opportunity to do a strategized order and upgraded my combat deck again. So I've got 2 upgraded cards in my...
That's going to make a difference in the battles.
My deck. So this is the last one left. Well, this little counter here, which obviously is the counter for have friendly discourse.
Yes, that's why it's got a skull marker on it. We'll have a nice seance.
So, what are you attacking? Hold on. There's a skull on your marker. Are we the baddies?
Oh, goodness. Now, so this is a really interesting question. Where am I attacking? Because this place has got a bastion and only one resource point. And it's pretty well defended.
Yep.
This place has got 2 resource points and just pathetic defence.
Yes.
But this has also got a factory. So if I take that, then I've got this festering sore sitting, on my flank, which will have to be reduced.
Lanced.
Yes, lanced. So it's a difficult question. Do I go for the easy one and knock his production down by 2? Or do I go for the hard one and possibly lose? I'm going to go for the easy one.
And there it is. Will's life in a nutshell.
Take the easy option every time. And you've got one bloke defending that.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly. So what, you're all striking this poor defenceless.
Yes, and you've got no
now.
bastion, and during this I can spend 2 skull. Well, just roll and see what happens. So what happens when I do an orbital strike?
You just roll a number of dice equal to your combat value. There's 4 from that one ship.
Yeah, it's a battle barge.
Right, okay. So you didn't get any. Ha ha! Ha ha!
But I can spend 2 of these to put a space marine on the world.
Oh. Right, now there's a contested area.
Yes.
That's amazing. Bloody drop pods.
Cost me 3.
And now we have to fight. So I've got a combat value of 2.
Right, I've got a combat value of 2.
Ah.
That's pretty crap. Your basic guys have got a combat value of 2.
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
Maybe this is why they're slightly better, to balance out the fact that you get units for only 1 cost.
Only when I do a dominate.
Well, we always dominate, don't we? Right, so 2 versus 2 on low, and I've got 2 upgrades in my combat deck. This might be a little bit harder than the world's expecting.
See, look, the talks a good game, doesn't he?
Oh, and it's 2 attack.
So that's mine.
That's the attack symbols. There's ones there. The little guns. We've both got 2. Now we draw 5 combat cards from our deck. We've rolled our dice, we've drawn our cards, and we've both placed a reinforcement token on the battle. And those reinforcement tokens are equal to our weakest combat unit. So that's up the ante a little bit. And now we have to pick a card. So Will has revealed a card called
Blessed Power Armour.
Yeah, which is quite a defensive card. So he's got himself a couple of extra shields. Strange that you're attacking and you've gone very defensive, but
I've only got 1 unit. Don't want to lose it.
yeah, fair enough. But I've gone all out and brought out the fire prism, which would be great if I had a grav tank there, but I don't. But it does give me 2 extra guns and a shield. So will you add up your attacks first? You've got
2 attacks.
2 attacks. I have 1 shield, so you do 1 damage to me, and I have to deal with that somehow. I can rout my reinforcement unit, because it doesn't do enough damage to kill it, but it does do enough to rout it. And then I attack back. I've got 4 guns.
I've got 3 defence.
So I do 1 to you as well. It's equal.
I'll route my defence, my reinforcement.
No, very equal. Now the good thing about this is that we do 3 of these rounds on the cards, and previous cards stay there, so that the the violence basically increases. So Will's played his second card. It is DeLorean Death. So he gained 2 attacks as well as the ones on it. So yeah, it's really upping the ante here.
And I was able to rally my reinforcement token.
Yeah, it's a great little combat system really, because it just sort of goes over several rounds and the stakes get higher and interesting things happen. I've got another fire prism.
Oh God!
Yes, I drew both of them. It's just
no
excellent.
way.
So I can't do any of these things, but I just get some couple of chunky hits and a shield. So what have you got attacks wise?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Yes.
This isn't good. I've only got 2 shields. That's 3. So they're dead. Luckily this is simultaneous, I believe. I hope, isn't it?
Well, that's a very good question.
Yes, we do. Attack at first. Both players suffer damage equal to opponent's total number of blah, blah, blah. So we do. So now I do 4, 6 to you.
6.
How many shields have you got?
Jesus. 1. So that's 5 damage. So they're both destroyed.
Yeah, mutual assured destruction, it appears. Well, it's kind of a disappointing first combat. We've wiped each other out.
Yeah.
But also a failed invasion, which is a nicer way of looking at it.
Orbital strike dropped with Space Marines, and there was a huge battle, and everyone died, and the city's just intact, and this battle barge is just floating around in space going, well, that was pretty crap effort, Space Marines.
Yeah.
These combat upgrade cards, they make a massive difference.
Yeah, yours are pretty strong. Were they basic cards or upgraded
Second
cards?
one was an upgrade.
Yeah, they were pretty strong too. I mean, if I'd had a fire prism there, it would have been all over. Not a fire prism, a Falcon tank.
Why, what does it do, the special ability?
If you're attacking, gain 2 hits. If you're defending, force your opponent to lose 5 shields.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, so that would have been great, but I don't have a tank there.
I've got to get some combat upgrade cards, quickly.
So Will has a ship here, but unfortunately in that moving of the warp storms phase, it enclosed him, so he's now trapped in Eldar space with no backup.
No. If you go in, we have complete deniability. Battle barge? We never had a battle barge.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't know where your son is.
Yeah.
It wasn't posted on any ship I've ever heard of.
No. So I will start the next turn. It's turn 6. Well, it's a little bit tit for tat now because I've placed a order counter over in his space.
Okay, well, I'm going to start with a Strategize, and I'm going to use my tactic card that I just got to buy an order upgrade, reducing its material cost by 1 for each friendly world containing a bastion, which is 2. So this would normally cost me 4, it costs me 2.
Oh dear.
Peter has decided to come in here and do an orbital strike on this planet that has no bastion defending it. It's just a defenceless city full of billions of inhabitants.
Innocent people, women and children.
Just going to lob in a couple of thermonuclear missiles from orbit.
You're uncultured scum. You deserve to die. 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. That's pretty good. 5 damage.
5 damage?
Yep.
What, with no defence?
No defence, no, because it's an orbital strike. They're pretty good orbital strikes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Goes to show you need those bastions, jeez.
5 damage.
Ouch. That's more fun than a ground
Kills
invasion.
him and him.
Whew. Nice. Suddenly, there were a lot more orbital strikes than there were before as they realised how good they were.
Okay, and the last thing is me. I'm doing a Dominate, which doesn't really help me because I've got no resources left and nothing left to upgrade. So I get one of these, which means a token of any kind, and I'm going to take a reinforcement token.
Turn 7 begins. And after that very successful orbital bombardment, I've got a counter in there, but it's under Will's because I went first, so he had the last chance to place a counter, which is annoying. I've got 3 counters over here. What am I doing? But what's Will doing? It looks like he's reinforcing back there. What's going to happen? Well, first thing I'm going to do is reveal a counter, and it is this one. And it is, of course, Dominate.
I have Dominate here. I'll use my special ability to upgrade Space Marine to a tank.
Space combat. Well, we're about to do this battle, and Will's not very happy because he's apparently drawn all the wrong cards.
Yeah, I've spent all this money getting extra cards that give me things that are really good, including battle barge abilities. And of the 10 cards that I have in my hand, the 5 that I didn't pick are all upgrade cards.
So here am I. Got 4 attack, 2 shields, 1 morale, and we choose our cards. Here it is. Oh, we're adding reinforcement tokens?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I've got Show No Fear. During this action round, your units cannot become routed. It's in morale.
I've got Fire Prism again. This time I've got a Void Stalker in the combat. So first I convert any number of my morale into hits, which I will. And then Void Stalker, if you are defending, force your opponent to lose 5 shields. Just realised it's the counter marker, so I assume that means counters. Curses, not so good. Anyway, what's your attack? 2. Okay, I've got 2 shields, that does nothing. I've got 5, 6, 7.
I've got 2 shields.
That's 5 hits.
So he's destroyed. Bam. Oh, actually, yes. Bam.
Woohoo! Just like that. 2 attacks. Both been repulsed. Okay, here's my counter. And it is, of course, attack. I think it's time to invade. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I've got a bastion. I think I will put that in.
Okay.
I've got 3 dice plus Wraithguard, so 5 dice. One, 2. 2 hits, 2 shields, 1 morale. 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, ready? Okay, Wraithguard advance. Gain either 1 dice or 1 morale. I think I'll have a dice. That's another hit. And Wraithguard frigate, Void Stalker, got Wraithguard. Your opponent chooses and routes one of his units unless he spends 1 morale.
Spend 1 morale. I've got armoured advance. Gain 1 dice. Which is a defence. And resolve 1 additional assessed damage step during this execution round.
Okay, that sounds fun. That sounds horrible, actually. So I attack with 3, 4.
Okay, I defend with 3, 4.
Oh, curses. Ah. Okay, what's your attack?
3.
3.
Yep.
I've only got 2. Okay, so I'm attacking and it is with 3, 4.
Okay, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 shields.
Ah, lordy. Ah, what are you attacking with?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, yep, I've got that as well.
Okay.
Next round. Oh, gee, it's a protracted and bloody battle. Okay, I've got Wraithguard advance, so I can gain up to 1 dice or morale. I think I'll have a dice. How much morale have you got? 1, 2. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, I think I will take a morale instead. There it is. Convert up 2 shields into hits. That's certainly tempting. Okay, I'm going to convert 2 into hits. Then you have to choose and route one of your units unless you spend 1 morale.
I'll have to spend morale.
Alright. So I attack with 5, 6, 7.
Do I turn my card over at this point?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't know you'd done.
I've got armoured advance, so I gain a dice.
Yep.
Which is an attack. And I resolve 1 additional assessed damage step during this execution round.
I hate that
so
thing.
I do that twice because I got 2 of them. So what did you do? You did 5 damage, 5 attacks.
Yeah.
And 7.
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Okay, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defence.
Right, so that was a complete and utter failure. My 2 units attacking that. I should have put more units in there, really. We realised that when you assess the extra damage step, you of course only assess the extra damage step from the last card he played, not the original one. You don't do abilities again on combat cards. But even so,
you also do it to both sides, not just one. You assess the whole damage step.
The damage step is simultaneous damage, yeah, so you do the whole thing from both sides.
Yep, so the lesson we've learned from this is you can't attack a bastion-defended planet with 2 units.
No, you've got to throw in everything. I mean,
more.
Yeah, we're not throwing in enough units, basically. We're trying to do it too carefully, and it's backfiring for both of us.
On the cheap.
On the cheap.
We're just too cheap.
Yeah, it's time we started throwing some Eldar and Space Marine lives away. A desperate attempt for victory. We better hurry up, because there's only 1 turn left.
Yeah.
And no one has yet won an objective.
So that's that, and now I get to build.
This is it, folks, the last turn. What's going to happen? No one has got any objectives yet. If no one gets any objectives, then the winner will be the person with the most friendly worlds. And as it stands, Will has 1 more friendly world than me. So he could just turtle up for the last turn.
That means surviving the Eldar onslaught, though.
Indeed.
Such as it is.
Well, Will's bringing on the hurt over in this system. Look at them all. It's 2 tanks and a Titan. That's pretty frightening odds. I still haven't managed to get any of my Titans on the board because I haven't dominated anywhere with forge tokens. So I can bring them on,
for example.
which is very annoying. So I have a combat strength of 2, 4, 3. So 7 dice. 3, 6, 7.
I've got 4. I've got 10.
Help me! Help me!
There aren't enough dice.
Eh?
2, 4, 6.
Yeah, a maximum of 8 dice.
Oh, 8, okay. That's a lot of attacks.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
It's a lot of attacks.
What we should do is there you go. Makes it feel like the battle's actually happening.
Yes, it's much better.
Right.
I'm playing Emperor's Might. Gain 2 dice, which I can't do.
Mm-hmm.
But Warlord Titan, I can spend any number of dice. For each dice I spend, gain 2 attack tokens.
Spend any number of hits.
Spend any number of hits.
For each hit, get 2 attack tokens.
So I'll spend.
Oh.
I'll spend 1.
Oh.
2 attack tokens.
That is full on. Just 1?
Well, then it's out of the game for the rest of the battle, isn't it? But the tokens
Packets only last this round.
only last this round.
Yeah. Interesting trade-off.
I'll do 2. See if I can annihilate you.
Okay, I of course have my Fire Prism card.
Of course.
Any decent one I've got. Convert any number of morale into hits. Yep, I'll do that. Then if I'm attacking, gain. If I'm defending, force your opponent to lose 5 shield tokens. You don't need shield tokens.
Oh, you had me worried for a minute there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's actually not a very good ability because you don't, it's rare that you have shield tokens, frankly. Okay. So, what have you got? Damage step?
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11.
11.
11. And I've got 4 defense. So that's
Dear.
7 damage. Ow. Now I attack back. It's 4, 5, 6.
Okay, and I've got 1 shield.
Yeah, 5 hits.
5 hits.
Yeah, you went all out on attack and left it open. Okay. Oh, gee, that was harsh. Can't believe I
So I
survived
lose those
another round.
now, right?
You do. Okay.
Okay. I've got Glory and Death. Gain 2 attack tokens. If you're attacking, rally one of your units.
Nah!
I don't have a Space Marine or a Strike Cruiser, unfortunately, so I can't use the secondary ability.
Right, so I've got a hit and run. I gain 2 hit tokens. Do I have an aspect warrior? Yes, I do. So I can spend 1 morale. No, I don't have any morale. So that's it. So, what's your damage?
My damage is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And I've got 3 shields, so that's 7 hits. So that's goodbye. 1, 2, that kills everybody. And I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
Yeah.
Ow. 9. And I've got 1 shield, so that's 8 damage.
Ooh.
So the Titan's destroyed, and he's got 4, so he's got 1 point left, so he's routed.
1 point short. Well, someone has finally won a combat. Will had 1 routed land-rated tank left, but he's the only one left standing. So
he had a morale token.
He had 1 morale token, and that won him the game. Their combat.
You spent one of your morale to get an attack, didn't you?
Yeah, which is just ridiculous. It's actually a very clever little combat system, and there's a lot of room for stuff to do. But yeah, he's taken that, so I'm deeply in trouble now. The only way I can win is to take an objective, but that's stuff in the way. It's really hard to get to them.
This one's just so poorly defended, but you can't get there.
Can't get there.
Run out of time. It's turn 8.
Yes, it's the last turn combat madness. I moved these ships to here and brought everything from this planet over to attack this planet too, because I've got to take this planet this turn, and then if I have another attack under there, which no one knows, I could take the other planet and win. I've got to take them both.
Got to take them both.
So this is a very important combat. Here we go. How many dice have we got?
5.
I have got 7 dice. Oh, it's very attacky. This planet must fall. Here we go. Of course, it's the Fire Prism card again.
So tedious. I've got Emperor's Might.
You haven't got any Titans though.
Doesn't matter, I can still play the card.
Oh, okay.
I just don't get the special ability.
Convert any number of my morale into hits.
Does he do it?
Yes, you must die. And I've got a falcon here, so if I'm attacking, gain 2 hit tokens.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is going to hurt.
Okay, well, I gain 2 dice.
2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you gain 2 dice? You do. Wow. Oh look, shields. Okay, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hits.
Oh Jesus!
Die! You must die. And you've got 3. I just did 7 hits.
I've got 8.
Oh, why can't I just do it in 1 turn?
So he's destroyed and he's routed.
Okay, what'd you do to me? This is going to hurt too.
6 damage.
I've got 1 shield.
That's 5 hits.
Ouch. 5. So I could lose those 2. And he's got 1 health. So there you go. Ho ho ho! It's looking good. It's looking good. Planet number 1. Those counters disappear. Right, I'm just going to say this is one of the worst written rule books I've ever seen in my life. It is a book where you think, oh yeah, it's all very clear, and then when you actually start playing the game, you realise how incredibly confusing it is.
This is quite complicated.
How many combats have we done? This is our 4th, and it's still not going smoothly because we have to keep looking up things online to see how to do it. So we had to work out there, do we continue the combat if there's only routed units on one side? Apparently, yes, we do. We have to do all 3 and then we do the morale, but of course it won't count its morale. But can you find that in the rules easily? No.
Not easily, despite there being an alphabetical reference. It's still,
Great combat system, just poorly expressed. Okay. Wraith Guard advance. Gain either 1 dice or 1 morale. I'll have a dice. It's a shield. That's exactly what I wanted. Convert up to 2 of your shields into hits. No, I won't do that. I don't have a Wraith Guard frigate or Void Stalker involved, so that's it. So what do you got?
I'll just play another Emperor's Might. It's another morale.
There is only 1.
It's no use to me. Okay, go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. And I've got a defense of 3. So he's dead.
Yay! 1 tiny little routed unit. But now, that little routed unit is about to do how much damage?
6. Oh, 9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
Which is 7, which will wipe me out.
Oh, God.
It's bloody ridiculous.
So everyone gets destroyed. And
Yeah,
the
but
person
you've
with the
got 2
highest
morale left,
wins.
you win.
Ah, God.
Right, I've lost this game. I've had enough.
That's just a shocking way to win a
It's-
game. Shocking way to lose a game or win a game.
You know,
It's a really clever combat system, but it's frustrating sometimes.
Forbidden Stars players out there, please weigh in. What are we doing wrong here? Because this is a great game, but my God, it's frustrating.
Yeah, I don't remember it being this frustrating last time we played this 3 years ago, whenever it was.
That was really frustrating, difficult game. We constantly had to stop and check rules, things. And it's not that complicated. I mean, objectively, it's not a very complicated
The
system.
thing everyone wants to know is, did he have another attack? Yes, he
Yes,
did.
I did.
So if you'd taken that one, you probably could have won the game.
Yeah.
Ah, very dispiriting.
I just don't get why you continue to do combat rounds with the cards when one player's got 2 healthy units, the other one has 1 routed infantry unit.
Oh, I guess it's the last ditch defence of the Citadel, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Minas Tirith.
Well, we might be doing something wrong, but I mean, it's so hard to find rules in the stupid rule book.
Still, we played it to its almost to its bitter end. I mean, you could have kept going and had another battle, but what would have been the point? Because it just would have ended up
How long did that take?
to play.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, maybe 3 hours, 4
Yeah,
hours.
so it was kind of a long, frustrating game. I mean, this is the kind of game, again, that you want to play about 3 times to make sure you've got the rules down pat, and then you'll be enjoying it, because there's just something clunky about the rules, the way they're written.
It's probably just we're not familiar enough with them.
Yeah,
So that's generally the reason.
I mean, I love it. I really like it. I think it's good. I think the combat system is brilliant. It's great. I think I have to rewrite my rules summary to make some things absolutely clear. So the next time we play this, and we have to learn the rules from scratch again, all these questions that we've had in this game will be answered.
Yeah, as you said earlier, you need to have another sheet that says these are the really important things to remember when you played this game.
Yes, these are the things that tripped you up last time.
Yes, we've done a few of those. You did one of those for War of the Ring, and it made a massive difference.
Yes.
Because let's face it, War of the Ring's on a whole other level of complexity beyond this.
So, folks, I hope you've enjoyed some of this battle report of Forbidden Stars. I'm sorry, we do our best, but as you can see, there are hundreds of games, and remembering all the rules, even when you go back and study the rules summary, can get a little bit difficult sometimes. But anyway, anyone who's thinking of buying this game has a good idea how it plays, and it is a fun game. It's good. You just have to know all those stupid rules quirks.
Yes, and there can be some extremely tense moments.
Yeah, it is a bit tense, especially when you feel like you've got a strong enough force to take a planet and some stupid card play or something just wipes you out. Because, again, the problem with these types of games is that there's a large chunk of the game is spent building up your forces and getting ready, and then a small amount of time is spent having the attacks, and one unlucky stuff up on the attack, and you feel like you've wasted all that time for the rest of the game.
Yes, it's a bit like that.
Annoying. Thanks for watching, folks. Esoteric Order of Gamers, orderofgamers.com. Also on Patreon if you'd like to support me doing all this stuff. He doesn't get anything. He's not involved. He just comes in and plays a game occasionally.
I just bring whiskey.
He brings whiskey, which is a sizable and important part of the process. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.